Hello my fellow residents. So once again E3 is coming up and I kinda had this idea to create a list of games I really want to see come out at E3. Now a lot of these games I have no prior knowledge of actually being announced at E3, but I just kinda want to see something. Some of these games are just continuations of games I really like, and in some cases they're just kinda dream projects I'd love to see happen. Now a really long time ago, well, I guess it's getting really long time ago, we saw Metroid Prime 3. I want to see another Metroid Prime series game. Now I know Nintendo was really only concerned on showing a couple games this year at E3, but I would really like for them to show off some new Metroid game of some sort that isn't the one that they're releasing on the 3DS. You know, that whole thing. What I want to see is a new entry into the Prime series that continues on with Samus's story. I really liked Prime 3 and I like the entire Prime series of games, and heck, I would even be happy to see a new Metroid 2D side-scrolling game. You know, something like the original Metroid games. That's something I'm looking forward to if they can announce it. But if they show it off at E3 or not, I just hope they have something in the works in the future. Last year, I kickstarted Shenmue 3. And you know what? I don't really kickstart a lot of things, but I was pretty happy to do this. I'm a big fan of Shenmue 1 and 2, and I really want to see the series continue, ever since the original releases on the Dreamcast. And I really didn't feel like that was going to happen on their own, so when they announced they were doing a Kickstarter, you know damn well that I had to. So Shenmue 3, I just want to see some footage at E3. I know we already have the game announcement, but I'm hoping this year we see some game footage, some play, something more than what we've seen already of just a couple screenshots and some very minor animated footage. I'm really hoping that we see a really big trailer showcasing the story, the voice cast, and just a whole bunch of things. But, you know, that's not really a surprise thing or anything, since we already know Shenmue 3 is happening. I hope. Otherwise, I don't know where my money went. Now, I know you guys are probably going to call me crazy for this next one, and I really wasn't the biggest fan of PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, but I liked the idea of what it was. See, I like the concept of a Super Smash Bros. Competitor on the market because it makes Nintendo really want to make more of those games, and it gives some kind of life and... I don't know, I just think competition is healthy. And I think that Sony screwed up so much on the first one that if they gave it another try, they might actually make it good. So I'm looking forward to an announcement of PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale 2. Maybe. Possibly. Maybe. Now, if you guys hated that one, then let's find another solution. Like I said, I really think there should be another kind of Smash Brothers-like game out there, so why don't we bring back the real one? The real Smash Brothers. The Dreamcast Smash Brothers. Let's bring back Power Stone. Why can't we have a Power Stone 3? I mean, come on, guys! Power Stone 1 and 2 are some of the best fighters you can find, well, on the Dreamcast and PSP for some strange reason. I would love to see a Power Stone 3 on the, well, maybe not Dreamcast, but the PlayStation 4 exists, the Xbox One, hell, even the Wii U could use a different game. Why can't we get that? I'd be very happy to kickstart that too, maybe, while we're kickstarting games left and right. But that's another game I'd like to see at this E3. Now, a little while ago on the other Rerez channel, I showed you guys a PlayStation analog joystick. Now, that video can be seen right here on my face! Oh my god, my face is turned into a video! Click on this video! Anyway, so that video, that one right there, I showed off a video game called Vigilante 8. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Vigilante 8 series, both 1 and 2, and that's really all they ever made in that specific series. But I would love to see that series come back because I don't believe Car Combat has really been made very well since. Now, I remember a little while ago they released a new Twisted Metal game, and I think everybody can agree with me with that one being a little bit on the sucky side. But ever since we've seen everyone getting really into Rocket League, well, I think if we had Rocket League with guns, that might be really fun, right? Am I the only one thinking that? Hey, just make Rocket League with guns and call it Vigilante 8 Third Offense. I'd buy it. I'm a big fan of first-person shooters, I like a lot of them, and there's this really one small first-person shooter, I'm pretty sure nobody knows about it, but I'd love to see a third entry in the series, so maybe this year at E3 we'll see Half-Life 3. Maybe. Hopefully. I'm a fan of Grand Theft Auto 5 and its big crazy world of batshit insane characters, but I'll tell you this much, when it came to stories in Grand Theft Auto-like games, I gotta say that Sleeping Dogs really took me by surprise. Sleeping Dogs had a really cool combat system, a lot of really interesting world to explore in Hong Kong, and it had a fantastic story going on with its main character. I really liked that whole universe, and to be honest, I love to see a Sleeping Dogs Part 2. I know there really hasn't been any announcements on that, but geez, I just hope they do one. Now for my last pick of surprise, mystery E3 announcements or showcases, I gotta say that this one might be the strangest. Toy Commander 2 for Dreamcast. Now, technically it wouldn't really come out for the Dreamcast again, maybe the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, or the Wii U, whatever. I want to see a Toy Commander 2 come out. Toy Commander on the Dreamcast was this really fun, kind of open-worldish game, although it really wasn't an open world, where you could kind of just be a whole bunch of different toys and explore all these rooms in this house. And it was a really fun, jam-packed game with amazing graphics, and it's just a really fun experience. Seeing all these kids out there right now play Minecraft and get into it really inspired me to go back and play Toy Commander again. And I did, and I remembered how fun this thing was. I think a Toy Commander 2 would be really fun. The only problem is, I have no idea who owns the rights to Toy Commander anymore. Heck, I don't even think the developers of the original series, well, I don't even think they're around. I'm so curious to see if we could ever get a Toy Commander 2, or if we even need one anymore. But maybe that's something that could happen. Maybe. Anyway, guys, what games do you want to see get announced at E3 that I didn't mention in this list? Or maybe you're really excited about the ones I mentioned here. Tell me about the games you want to see in the comments below, and let's have a discussion about that. And after that, maybe we can call up some people at some companies and get them to make these things happen, maybe, possibly. Just a thought. Later.